Hi. Why do I feel so nervous? I feel like, when you haven't seen someone for a long time and then you meet up with them and it's like you're kind of odd, you're a little excited, I don't know, that's how I'm feeling. But hi. Hi, friends. How are you? I know it's been a long time. I have not been on here. I haven't made a video in a long time. And if you've been following my posts, I was working on a project and it took a lot longer than I anticipated because there was all these challenges that I was going through, and I'll talk about those in another video. But for now, this video is just to kind of catch up and tell you what's going on in my life. So I've been working on something for a long time. It feels like for a long time, but I finally feel, I've been praying about it, and I feel in my soul that this is the right time to share this with you. So the project that I have been working on is I've been working on a website, and it's theinsidestylist.com. And as you know, I've been using that name for years. I've been calling myself the Inside Stylist. And it's taken me years to get more clarity and understanding and refining what I really want to do with that. It's been something that has taken many years, I think, to get here, because I started all this YouTube, I started all the social media stuff. It was just to help the chronically ill feel like there is something else they could do. I just wanted to keep hope alive for people who were really sick. And I think, in this social media days, best way to do that is just to share what I was doing. And now I feel like there's a lot of people that are sharing their miraculous stories of healing and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to take away from that, but I wanted to do more. And I thought about being a practitioner, and I don't necessarily have the energy for that. And I, thought about, okay, I can make all these recipes, but I like cooking, but I'm not gifted and talented to just come up with all these recipes. In fact, I am somebody who's more of, I can take recipes and modify them to make them fit for my journey and what I need and my kind of healing foods. So that's where I kind of got this idea about having this website. And the whole purpose of this website is to help the chronically ill transition from whatever diet they're eating to one that suits their healing or helps them or matches their needs. And I'm talking about beyond just only medical medium. I'm talking for anybody. There's people going to the doctors all the time, even within my family. And they're told, okay, you need to lower your sodium. You need to cut out your fats because you have high cholesterol, or whatever the restriction is put on by the doctor. And immediately you have to make this change. But I always found that people, when they make this change, it's like a chore. It's difficult. It's not enjoyable. And so I kind of, over the years, have been helping many people of my friends and family who are stuck with their diet and want to make a change because either their doctor says so or they need to because they're suffering. And I noticed that they weren't necessarily learning about their, what I call inside style. But basically, inside style is what your diet is. Like a diet is as unique as your personal style of clothing, your hair, your makeup, whatever it is. It is as unique as that. And everybody has a different taste. Everybody has different likes. Everybody has different preferences. And so I started to look that there was this similarity in diets. Like you need to ask yourself the right questions, and there's all these different factors that contribute to making your diet. And I don't think people are aware or pay attention to these details, but these details matter because they can be the turning point to making eating your new diet so much more enjoyable. And so I created this website, and that's what I am putting on there because I feel like people need to learn about themselves so that they can switch over to a diet with little effort. Make it enjoyable. And for example, when I started this 9 years ago, there wasn't really any recipes or information out there for the kind of food that I like to eat. There wasn't really recipes in that healing, or healthy versions of it. They had certain recipes that fit everybody else's style or likes and dislikes, but it didn't really match mine. And so I always kind of struggled with that until one day I was like, you know what? I just need to make what I normally eat, make it a little bit easier for me. And then when I made that switch, I started to really enjoy the food I was eating, even though it was a healthier version or it had less of oils or salt or fat or anything like that. And so I saw the same struggle with my friends and family. And what would happen is if you're not enjoying your food that you're eating, it makes it so challenging and it makes it really hard to sustain. And so what I started to do was make modifications for my friends and family with existing food that they were eating. And I feel like that is a space of information that's missing, kind of like when you're first starting out to change your diet, you're so lucky if you find someone who can make all the modifications and like all their kind of food that they're making modifications to. It's perfect. You got the perfect person. But what if you don't have that? Like for me, I came from Hawaii, so my food and my taste and dislikes it's different. And the same with my friends and family. They struggle with the same kind of things that I was struggling with. And so I kind of wanted to make a space where I collect all the things that I've learned on how to make substitutions and modifications so that you can kind of be an expert and start making your own modifications and substitutions for recipes that you like. That's my whole goal, is to have this space where all the things that I've been learning and still learning, share it in one space so that we can be experts in modifying how our diet and recipes so it can fit our diet and needs. And that's my goal. And I hope that it is going to help people. I don't care if it only helps one person. I just want to create this space to help people who need this. Because I remember, I was thinking about my grandma. My grandma, fortunately, taught me how to cook. And then, of course, I had to learn on my own, but she taught me like the basics, how to cook and how to bake. And I was thinking, the next couple of generations after that, we kind of entered an era where it was processed foods and fast foods and takeout, and that's kind of like how meals were. It wasn't home cooked meals. We kind of went away from that. And I feel like it's kind of coming back now, but there's a lot of people who don't know how to cook. So if you don't know how to cook, like it's so much harder for you to start, because you have to learn how to cook, and then you have to learn how to make modifications. You have to learn so much things. So it becomes this giant task when you have to change your diet. And I'm trying to make that task easy, so it's not so daunting, and it can be seamless for you, so that you can just put all your energy into healing instead of worrying, what am I going to eat, or eating things that you don't like. And I kind of am paying an homage to my grandma, because she taught me, so I want to teach other people. And I think it's such a, I don't know, reminds me of my grandma. It makes me feel like she's still here with us, and her spirit and soul is like teaching the rest of the people too. It's my little way to keep my grandma's love alive in me, and hopefully her light with everybody else. And I don't know. So I have been working so hard on it, and today, I don't know why, I just felt, okay, today's the day I'm going to tell you guys. You are the first to know. I have not shared this on any other platform or anything like that. You guys are the first ones to know, and I'm sharing it's like my baby. I'm sharing my baby. It's like my baby announcement. It's being born today, and it's up and running. I just haven't told anybody, but it's up and running. It still needs a lot of work, so please be kind to me. I have a lot of work still to do on that, but the basics are there, and I hope you go and check it out. It's just at theinsidestylist.com. I'll leave the link in the description box, but I'd love for you to check it out. I hope that it could help you. I hope it can be a space for you maybe to even learn stuff, but I am planning to expand on it, share all kinds of tips, share cooking tips, teach you how to make modifications, and just make this whole healing journey for everybody who is sick, chronically ill, a lot easier. So if you go and see it, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. If you have any suggestions, I'd be more than open to seeing them. So leave them in the comments below. But I'm so excited for you to see it. I really worked hard, and it's something I'm very happy about, and I hope that it can help people. That's my main goal, is I just want to help the chronically ill. That is it. So I hope you get to check it out, and if you do, leave it in the comments below. And I guess that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.